Hey everyone, it's Ben Hardy here, and in today's video, I'm going to be reviewing the all-new Super Duty with what people are dubbing as the Minizilla, the 6.8 liter gas V8. Before we get into this video though, a huge shout out and thank you to the commercial team here at the Large Miller Ford in Draper. I'll include a link to their website in the description down below so you can reach out to them if you have any commercial trucking needs here in Utah. With that being said, as always, if you want to save time and money the next time you purchase a car, link to my car buying guide in the description down below. Let's get into it. Powering this truck is a naturally aspirated 6.8 liter gas V8 that goes through a 10-speed automatic transmission. Power outputs are 405 horsepower and then 445 pound-feet of torque. Now, before we go over the front end, I do want to mention, if you want to see more videos just like this, then I recommend you subscribe because I post content every single day. So starting at the top portion, you guys can see this one is equipped with the cab lights, and then you can see you've got the Super Duty's new hood design with Super Duty stamped into the center, but it's kind of hard to see with the white paint actually. Now this one has the STX package, so we've got these cool darkened headlights. Look at the daytime running lights with the LED headlamps, and then notice how the grill is also darker, but we still have the traditional Ford logo there. Tow hooks here on the front end with some fog light action, and then you can see the air dam here at the very bottom. And putting it all together, I've noticed a lot of people have been a big fan of this new STX package because it just makes the Super Duty look so cool. Come around the side here, our tire and wheel setup is 275/70, 18 in the front and over in the rear as well. And you guys can see with the wheels, they're completely blacked out to go along with the theme of the STX. I really like how the fender is molded here on the new Super Duty. Notice STX here, and then you can see F250, it's all blacked out with that portion. We've got these fixed side steps here. You can see we've got the trailer tow mirrors, and then notice the door handles actually match the coloration of the mirrors. Now we've got the new bedside step here with the Super Duty, and then the F250 still utilizes leaf springs for those of you that are wondering, and you've got a solid rear axle as well as a solid front axle. And then here's your full side view with the truck. Really cool looking with like all the blacked out elements. So here's our key fob for the truck. You guys can see we've got our unlock lock function, remote start function, of course Ford logo, and then a little flip out key as well. Now popping into the bed area, well, you can see it's not dampened with the tailgate, but we have a payload capacity of 3,969 pounds, and it looks like this is a 6.5 foot box for the bed. And you guys can see you've got the LED lights here in the bed, and then notice those are for the cargo tie downs. And then you can get bed liner if you want with a truck, or you can obviously always add it after the fact. It's cool, we got this ruler here in the back. Anyways, lifting this up, it's actually pretty dang light. Now I got the new style of tail lights here, and then you can see the bumper steps, and then notice the bumper is body painted with parking sensors. And then we've got the receiver hitch here at the bottom. Now, when it comes to towing capacity, this particular truck has the 3.73 axle ratio, but it's stated that the max towing capacity with the 6.8 liter gas V8, when equipped properly, is just over 17,000 pounds. Now, I want to reiterate, that is the max towing capacity, not necessarily the towing capacity of this particular truck. But anyways, there is the rest of the rear view of the truck, which, yeah, I love how this looks. Now here's the door panel in the rear. You guys can see the padding here, and then look at all of the storage space there at the bottom. And then popping inside, you guys can see here with the cloth seats, and then you can pick them up. There is storage underneath. It's got a nice flat loading floor. And then look at the fixed side steps here. Now being the crew cab, this has tons of room here in the back. Got some charging port action here in the back as well. And then headroom back here is also really good. Now taking a look at the front door panel itself, you got some nice padding where you're going to rest your arm. All of our window controls right here. We've got our mirror adjustments, the door lock and unlock. And then with the mirrors, they do have blind spot monitoring. And then here's the front seat. You guys can see again with the cloth trim. The seat is manually adjustable. Got our parking brake right here with all of our light controls. And then the steering wheel is manually adjustable as well. Well, boom. We got to do this. 2023. There we go. I've lost my touch with putting keys in, apparently. Now taking a look at the steering wheel itself, you guys can see pretty basic, but again, this is built off of an XL. It's kind of what you expect. We do have some controls for center stack, phone controls, volume controls, voice command controls, cruise control as well. And you can see the turn signal windshield wiper stock. And then we got the new style column shifter, which I'm actually a huge fan of. The actuation's great. It does have plus and minus, so you can shift the gears yourself. And then that's what that button there on the end is for. It's the manual mode. Now we do have the center gauge cluster here, and I got to give you guys a little bit of a teaser. I will be doing a fuel economy test with this compared to the 7.3 gas V8. So that's another reason for you guys to subscribe, so you can see what the actual fuel economy ends up being with the truck. But just like other new Super Duties, we've got all the different drive modes that we can go between with the truck. So there's pretty much a mode for every single circumstance. And a lot of people have told me that I press the stability control button twice in rapid order, it'll turn the sport traction on. Doesn't work with the new Super Duty, I've noticed, because I just pressed it twice, and so yeah. Now this truck actually has a 360 camera system, which is pretty cool. So you've got the backup camera on the bird's eye view as well. And if I put it back into park and then press the camera button, it'll pull up with like the front view. So it's pretty cool, all the different camera views. And this one also has like the bed camera, it looks like. Yeah, I mean, this literally has every single camera view imaginable. That's awesome. Now, as for the rest of the infotainment system, shortcut bar here at the bottom, pretty straightforward with the use. Above, if you're wanting camera view button, and then your stability control. And then below it, we've got this little like storage cubby. Trailer brake controls integrated from the factory, and then you guys can see the drive line selects. We have our 2-wheel high, 4-wheel high, your locking differential for the rear, 4-wheel low, and then notice the drive mode select. And then we do have our radio controls and our climate controls, single zone climate, some charging ports. Like this is an actual like outlet, which is pretty cool. And then you can see more down below. Now I've got the bench seat here, so I've got a little storage container there on the top, and then it does lift up to be a seat, and then underneath we have even more storage as well. Now the top glove box here, you guys can see, is fully open, and then we've got the bottom glove box here, which it's a normal glove box. Now up at the very top, we do have a power sliding window button, and it's cool that this has that. So here's our window sticker for this XL. You guys can see the packaging on this particular one, and like I said, this one has the 3.73 axle ratio. Base MSRP $50,000. After options, this one stickers for $59,400. And let's see how the XL with the 6.8 liter gas V8 performs. Let's talk about visibility before we set off here in the STX. Here's your visibility of the hood, both the mirrors, which you have blind spot monitoring, and through this the rear. And, well, let us set off in the 6.8 liter V8. Now, I need to be honest here, this is not my first time driving the 6.8 liter V8 because I drove the this truck with the off-road package over there first, but this is the first video that I'm gonna be posting on the 6.8 liter V8, so we're just gonna pretend. But before we actually get up and moving here, I want to reset my trip computer so I can see what fuel economy is. This is for my comparison video with the 7.3, so I want to see what the fuel economy difference is between the 6.8 and the 7.3 over the same test drive route. But initially setting off in the 6.8, it's got really good torque. It's pretty cool sound to it as well. I mean, it's a V8, right? You can't go wrong with a V8. That is for sure. And actually hopping out of that off-road package, this doesn't drive all that different from the off-road package than I expected. This actually might be a little bit more comfortable. The off-road package, like over bumps, you have like more sidewall in the tires, so it helps out with the compression. But this, it's super comfortable. Yeah, I really like how this drives. The new Super Duty is, I mean, it's still a Super Duty, right? But it definitely drives more luxury-like compared to before. So we're continuing along, and something that I just realized, got the locking differential. The off-road package has that too, so I guess you don't have to get the off-road package to get the locking differential. It's been a long day for me, I suppose. But yeah, still really good torque out of the 6.8. The Minizilla, right? Yeah, turn-in's good too. This is partial. Man, this thing moves! Goodbye, Chevy. Bye-bye. Man, this is definitely a Minizilla, that's for sure. It's got some pep in its step. Yeah, this traffic's building up pretty quick here. But yeah, on the interstate, you know, the F250, it's bumpy, it's a Super Duty, it's expected, but you know, for being a heavy duty truck, it actually doesn't ride all that bad. It's pretty dang comfortable for what it is. It's pretty dang comfortable. But to get into setting things up with this 6.8 liter V8 for the driving portion, and by the way, if you want to see the final fuel economy number, that'll be in the 6.8 versus 7.3 video. I like the power, I like the torque. It's a great engine. If I can put together a comparison with this against Chevy's new 6.6, because they're pairing that with the 10-speed, and then Ram 6 for Hemi, you know, I will. But right now availability is really tight with all of the HD trucks, so I imagine that'll probably take, you know, a few months to get that put together. But I will say this is Ford's base engine, and it's a super impressive base engine for a heavy duty. This is a lot. A lot of people are asking maybe the 6.2. I would have this over the 6.2 any day of the week. I would have this. It's got better torque, and yeah, it's just a better powertrain overall. But let me know what you guys think about this STX package, and let me know what you think about the 6.8 Minizilla.